Welcome everyone. Let's continue with the decision making statements. We have seen up to if else ladder, then nested if. These are the statements we have seen up to right now. Let's continue to the next statement, which is switch case statements. So switch case statements are nothing like if statement. It is similar to the if else if ladder statement. So this executes one statement from multiple conditions. That is Java switch case statement. Okay. So this switch statement is a multi-way branch statement. Like it has one expression. If that expression matches with the case, then that statement will get executed. If it is unmatched, it will check for the other cases in the block code. Okay. The switch statement works with byte data type, short, int, long, enum types, and string also. Okay. So in other words, the switch statement tests the equality of variables against multiple values. Okay. So this is the syntax for switch case statement, which is switch an expression in an open curly braces. We have case. Case is a keyword, so it is predefined. Then value 1, that is user defining value. Okay. Then a statement which needs to be executed. Then we have a break. Break is also a keyword. Like n number of cases can be used in switch case statement. Then we have default part. If the condition doesn't satisfy, the default part will get executed. So in switch case statement, there can be one or n number of cases values for switch expression. So one or more cases can be used for a switch expressions. Then the case value must be of switch expression type only. So it has to be in the same type of the expression or the condition we are providing in the switch. Okay. The case value must be literal or constant. Okay. It does not allow variables. So switch case doesn't allow variables for the case value. Then the case values must be unique. Okay. In case of duplicate value, it renders compile time error, because if two case has same values means the expression which matches can be determined. Okay, it will throw compile time error. Then the Java switch expression must be of type byte or short, int, long, and can also be enums. Enums means final variables, like the value doesn't change, and strings. Okay. Each case statement can have a break statement, which is optional. So you can either use the break, or you can undo the break statement also. When control reaches to the break statement, it jumps the control after the switch expressions. The case value can have a default label, like if the expression doesn't match any of the cases, the default will get executed. So that default part is also optional. So let's see the flow of switch case statement. So switch conditional expression. So that is the condition I want to check. Then we have case 1, case 2 and case n. Then we have a default part. So if case 1 matches with the switch conditional expression, statement 1 will get executed. If it is unmatched, case 2 will get checked. If it is matched, statement 2 will get executed. In the same way, up to n cases will get checked. Okay. Let's see the switch case with an example. I'm going to use the data type int and a number variable with the value 20. So the syntax is switch of expression. So we specify the num here, then an open curly braces. So switch s should be in lowercase. So Java's case sensitive. Okay. So case is the keyword. I want to specify the value. So it has to be same type of the expression we are giving in the switch. So case 10 standout dot print let's print 10 break. Then for the next case, print standout dot 20 break. A break, then a default part. Switch so if I run this, I need to get the output 20. So I'm getting the output. The expression should match with the same type of the case value also. So if I give value 5, so it doesn't match with any of the cases here, so the default part will get executed. We can have more number of cases also. So let's find whether we're given character is vowel or consonant. Okay. So I want to give an input of a character type. So using the character data type, then ch single quotes, then o. So switch ch. So for the first case, so the expression has a character data type. So the case should also have the same data type value. So declaring with the single quotes. Well, so break break into more. Then unbreak. So I have given for the small letters. So for capital letters, let's just copy. So if this character matches, it has to give a vowel as an output. If it doesn't match, I want the default part which prints consonant. Let's run this. We are getting vowel Q. We are getting consonant. So we can use more number of cases for a single expression. And Java switch statement is fall through, which means it executes all the statement after the first match if a break statement is not present. Okay, I will give you with an example. So it executes all the statement after the first match if the break statement is not present. Okay, so let's see. There is no break statement. So case 20 gets matched. It prints 20. There is no break statement, so the remaining statement will also get printed except 10 because it is before the matched statement. So that is why the break is given as an optional one for the user. If you don't want anything to be printed after a matched case, you can use the break statement. Java switch statement with a string. So Java allows us to use string in switch expressions since the version of SE7. Okay, before SE7 we can't use string as a switch case. Okay, so let's see for a string data type. So for string data type level to expert. So character means single quotes. A string data type means you need to specify within a double quote. Let's also declare level is 0. more stages. Let's pick level. So this is camel casing. We will see about the naming convention in the further session. Case beginner. So level should be 1, then a break. Case intermediate. Case expert. Level will be 3 and a break statement. Then a default part. Level equal to 0. After that, I want to print the level. You have level plus the level is 3 because the expression which matches is case expert here. Let's see if it doesn't provide any default. We are getting that your level is 0 because I have specified the int level equal to 0 here. So this is how we can use a string data type. We have nested if right. Like that, Java provides nested switch statement also. So in nested if, we have outer if and an inner if. In nested switch statement, we have a switch statement inside another switch statement. Let's see that with an example. A switch inside another switch. Let's take for college branch. We are equal to 4. switch. This is the outer switch I'm using for the here. Case. English, math, then a break. Then for the case 2, which is here 2. So for the second year, I want to go into the branch. So like we have in the colleges, right? For the first year, the English, math, science, like we have some common subjects. For the second year, we will be going into the department. So for that, I'm going to use another switch to choose the branch. So case so C means CSC. Okay. Operating systems, data structures, Java, break. E means easy, microprocessor. Embedded, like that. Yeah, means mechanical. So CAD, like that. Machines. Then break. Like the same way, we need to have for the case 3 and for case 4 also. So for the case 3, I'm just gonna copy the case 2. Paste. So 3. Let's change some subjects. Let's give computer networks. For EC, let's give power electronics. for mechanical combustion engines. Now for the last case, which is fourth year. For SQL management, let's try image processing. And for mechanical, let's give thermal engineering. Okay, let's run this. We are getting SQL management. So the input we are giving is C, which is branch CSC, and the year I want to look into is 4. Yes, if I give 2, I am getting all the statements here. So for the case 2, this is for CSC, this is for case 3 CSC, and this is for case 4. We have given break, but this is for this break. I want to specify a break for the outer case. So after this, I want to give a break. So let's try. Yeah. So we have specified break for the inner switch case, but we never specified for the outer switch case. So this is the use of nested switch case in Java. So these are the decision making statements in Java. So the next one is loops in Java. So looping statements. In programming languages like Java, C, C++, or Python, so loops are used to execute a set of instructions repeatedly when some condition becomes true. So I want to execute a particular statement again and again for some time. So that time I will be using the loop statements. So there are 3 types of loops in Java. One is for loop, another one is while, then a do while. So today I will just give an intro about the loops. Okay. For loop. So the for loop is a control flow statement that iterates a part of the program multiple times. Okay. So if I want to run a part of a program several times, I will be using the for loop. Particularly if the number of iteration is fixed, it is recommended to use for loop. So if I know like how many times I want to execute the particular code, means I can use for loop for that. So the syntax is for init, which is initializing, then we have a condition, then increment or decrement operator. So then we have a code to be executed. Okay, that is for loop syntax, and the syntax for infinite loop. So if we use this code in the program, then that particular part of the program will get executed for the infinite loop. And there are three types of for loops in Java: simple for loop, enhanced one, and a labeled one. This is the flow chart as we seen in the syntax: initialization, and we have condition. If it is true, statement will get executed, then increment or decrement operator. Okay. After that, the condition again gets iterated until it gets false. The loop gets executed again and again. Okay. I will just give a simple example for the for loop for today, and the remaining part we will be seeing in the next session. So the syntax is for I want to initialize. So in order to initialize, I have to use a data type, then a variable name with a value. The condition I want to specify is using the variable name I less than 10. Okay, this is the condition. So I know the iteration limit. Okay, so if I know the iteration limit, I can use the for loop here. Then I press system.out.println. I want to print the I value. So if I run this, I should get I value from 1 to 10. So 1 to 10 I am getting. So this is the use of for loop. So if I know the iteration limit, I can use the for loop for the number of iterations we want to execute. So first it will check the value, which is initialized value I equal to 1, then 1 less than or equal to 10. So the condition is true. So I plus plus, which is postfix, so it will get executed and it will get incremented. So after printing only the I value gets incremented. So that's how 1 to 10 is executed. So this is the use of simple for loop in Java. Let's see about the enhanced loop and the labeled loop and the remaining looping statements in the next session. Okay.